was just so distraught because like, this isn't fair. Things were going well and I backtracked today and on our adventure.
Oh, you got freezing cold here.
Well, Jaquie is having issues as a consequence of the IVIG that she had done on Friday. Again, she's having really, really bad migraines and headaches. She can hardly move. So hopefully we'll see if that goes away quick.
Well, sadly, things just got worse and worse. So my mom brought me to the emergency room. But good news is, after a cocktail of some medications, I'm feeling much better. And we're going home now. It's just frustrating. I brought Lola with me. And we're going home soon. We made it back home. And I promised to update y'all on what happened today. But right now, I'm really thankful that the ER fixed me up because my dad is here, Harlow's here, my mom, and this is my godfather Richard, all the way from Texas, and we're gonna spend some time together. Also, while we were gone, they did something amazing. They decorated our tree with the rest of the ornaments and put some Christmas decorations up, stockings, some nutcrackers, and that's really pretty. So thank you so much, Richard. I appreciate it. And Daddy, thank you. I don't know if you can hear me. Well, y'all, today was a very difficult day. I'm not sure what happened because yesterday I was doing so well with the IVIG, but then my symptoms of the nausea and vomiting and body pains and the headache just became so much worse last night, and then it continued to get worse this morning. And I'm really thankful Judd was able to help me before he went to work, and then my mom came over to help me, but after so much violent vomiting, we couldn't get it under control here with my IV Zofran, and the IV Toradol, which is an NSAID, was not helping me, and the headache was getting bad. Like, my first round of IVIG, I had anaphylaxis. The second one, I had aseptic meningitis, which is why at that point we decided to start at 5 grams, then do 10 grams, 15, and then this one was 20. And this felt like aseptic meningitis, just not as severe, because it was more than a migraine. It wasn't just here where I usually get my migraines. It was my entire head, and it radiated all the way down my spine. Moving anything caused immense pain, and I would vomit relentlessly if I moved my head a little bit. So my mom took me to the emergency room, and things only got a little more complicated from there, because in the rush of everything, I didn't grab my mask, and we just went right in because I was in such bad shape. And then as I was checking in, a woman walked by who had really strong perfume, which, I mean, it's not her fault or anything, but strong scents can trigger me. And so then I felt my chest tighten up, and I started to get the bright red rashes, and my local hospital knows me really well, so they were like, all right, she's reacting, let's get her back. So they gave me IV Pepsid, IV Benadryl, and IV Solumedrol to abort the anaphylaxis, which worked. Then they gave me more IV Zofran and IV Toradol to hopefully help with my pain, but the nausea got under control, which was nice, but the pain was just still too much. So then they gave me 1 dose of IV Dilaudid, I don't know if I said that right, which is a pretty strong narcotic, which again, I try to avoid those at all costs, but sometimes they're needed. And I'm so thankful that worked, because I told them, like, I have really important doctor appointments tomorrow. I don't want to be admitted, and my doctor, my ER doctor and nurses, they worked hard to get me home and fix me up. So I'm feeling better now, but I'm still gonna probably need more IV Zofran and Toradol as the night goes on, but I think I'm moving in the right direction now. I'm not really sure what happens next. I really need IVIG for my health, but I'm having these bad side effects. I think we'll probably be tweaking my pre-meds, maybe go back down to 15 grams. I see my doctor about this not this week, but next week. So we'll have more of a plan then. But I'm not giving up. Like, how important is the IVIG for me? It has the potential to really improve my POTS because going intravenously expands my blood volume. I have hypovolemia, low blood volume due to my dysautonomia. And that's why we're sticking with IV and not doing sub-Q, which is where it goes through your skin. Also with my EDS, my skin probably wouldn't absorb the medication well. So it could improve my POTS, which would be huge. And also my mast cell activation disorder and angioedema stems from my immune system problems. So it has the potential to benefit those really dangerous disorders. And IVIG is just going to make my immune system stronger and give it what it needs to regulate itself more effectively. So treatments are tricky sometimes, but we just got to do our best to power through and figure out how to make it work. Earlier today, I was just bawling and crying because my dad is in town. I don't see him as often as I'd like. He lives in Orlando. And my godfather's in from Texas. I definitely don't get to see him as much as I'd like. And I was just so distraught because it's like, this isn't fair. Things were going well and I backtracked today and chronic illness stinks. Like, I'm doing everything right and things are still going wrong. I was just so upset about it because I really wanted to spend quality time with them, but I literally could not get out of the bed without excruciating pain and puking. So we went to the ER, they fixed me up, and then I came home and I got to spend some time with them, and I'm so thankful. It was a miserable day, but that was the perfect ending to such a difficult day. And they decorated the tree for us. They said Harlow helped. We didn't take Harlow to the ER because we left in just this big rush. But I'm really glad with everything they did for decorations. It looks beautiful. And I apologize, though I'm sure y'all understand. I cannot reply to comments these past few days, and probably for the next few days. I'm just not up for it. I don't have the energy, I don't feel well, and we're busy the next few days. But I do read them, and I'm so thankful for the support and encouragement y'all offer. It really does mean a lot to us, and it makes days like this easier to handle. And although I can't reply to comments, I try to answer questions I see that are being asked by quite a few people. A lot of y'all asked why I can touch Harlow after she touches our Christmas tree. I don't go out of my way to touch our Christmas tree because I know I'm allergic to it, but it's a mild allergy. And I don't generally react to things from secondhand exposure unless it's like cigarette smoke or a strong scent or something. Like Harlow, when I take her to the dog park, she runs around in the grass and stuff, and I'm really allergic to that, but she still touches me. And generally we're okay. I mean, I do a lot of like hand washing and sanitizing, and I wipe her down and stuff to take extra precautions, but there's no textbook or like perfect answer to avoid all of my allergens. Otherwise I'd literally like be in a bubble. So we just take precautions to help me avoid my allergens, but like I said, there's no perfect way to avoid them 100%. I'm still gonna go and live my life and enjoy myself, and I can also have allergic reactions with no trigger at all just because of how my immune system causes my allergy disorders, and you can learn more about that in my chronic illness video. I apologize if I'm leaving out any big information. You're so sweet, Harlow. I'm trying to fill y'all in as much as possible, but I'm just so worn out and groggy from the drugs, and just also very, very thankful that even though I did have to go to the ER, I didn't get admitted, and there's still options in how we can tweak my IVIG regimen. I haven't given up hope yet. I'm just like feeling discouraged in all honesty. But like I said, my family definitely lifted my spirits. And tomorrow, Monday, we see the surgeon consult about separating my feeding tube or if there's a way to keep it. And then I see my GI afterwards. And I feel like there's been a lot of stress and like medically centered things going on. Like I had the ketamine and stuff, and now the IVIG, and now having to go to the ER. And Monday is a big day I've been anticipating regarding whether or not I'm going to decide to do the surgery. And Judd and I kind of said that we want to dedicate Tuesday to a fun adventure, not medically related, to just enjoy each other's company and de-stress. So I'm looking forward to Tuesday, and should be good. We're going to take y'all along with us, of course. And again, thank you for being there with us and coming along on our adventures. So with that, I will say good night, and thanks for joining us tonight.